Hello, welcome to the latest edition of the iServ HCM and Payroll Cloudcast. This session is in collaboration with JobPal, who will provide the chatbot functionality that we will use during this demo. Just a quick note on iServ's Cloudcasts. We offer these brief educational videos on topics that cover the entire range of SAP SuccessFactors. So check our website or subscribe to our blog to stay in touch. And today we want to talk specifically about integrating chatbot technology with SAP SuccessFactors Recruiting. This type of integration enables you to reach your candidates anytime and anywhere. Now, we all know that the best talent isn't really waiting for you in front of their desktop PC all the time. You might be watching this video right now on your mobile device, or maybe you're in a coffee shop or on a beach. And right next to you, your dream candidate might be searching for their own jobs. So mobile enablement and simplifications are critical for building world-class user experience for your job seekers. When you use SAP SuccessFactors Recruiting, candidates can apply online or on their PC or on a mobile site, and the solution really allows for some slick features like LinkedIn integration. So this is where our chatbot integration with SAP SuccessFactors comes in. It adds another dimension to your recruiting efforts. So let's go to the demo and let's see how chatbot functionality can work with your SAP SuccessFactors Recruiting. Okay, so now I'm working from my mobile phone for this demo. You can see my mobile phone screen at the center of my desktop where it's mirrored from the device that I'm holding in my hand. I'll be tapping directly on the phone that you can see in the mirror, and the way this works is a job seeker will click a button that says apply here. It'll take them to the recruiting chatbot of the employer. In this case, the employer is named SuccessFactors Demo and it's an internet company. The blue button at the bottom invites me to get started with the process, so I go ahead and tap on that button. Then I get a greeting from the chatbot, which is nice. It asks me whether I'm ready, and obviously I am, so I will go ahead and say yes to that. It asks me in which city I would like to work. This is basically going to pull the requisitions from your SuccessFactors system and check which locations are available. There's quite a few choices here of locations on the screen, as you can see, and I'd like to work close to my home in San Francisco. So I'm going to go ahead and check that option. Once I've chosen San Francisco, the bot will then search for the requisitions in SuccessFactors that are based in that city of San Francisco. So it's going to look for the jobs that match my geographical preference, and it's going to return the jobs that match that. So here the number of open jobs is small enough in this case to have them all available as a list. And you can kind of scroll through and see the titles, and because I'm a project manager, I will look for jobs that match that and select project manager and see whether there is something open. And luckily for me, there are some jobs that match that criteria. Now I get all of the job posts that somehow have to do with project manager. So I get one job here, and then there's one at JobPal if I scroll across there. So now I could ask questions about the job, or I could look for more details by clicking the More Info button. Since I'm conscious for time right now, I'm going to click on Apply Now and have the bot start taking me through a few questions related to this job. The first question is, of course, to confirm my name. Pretty basic, but you may wonder how it knows my name in the first place. But that's pretty easy since I'm using Facebook Messenger. I obviously have a user account on that chat platform. So it just assumes that that is correct. And I go ahead and click yes to confirm that that is my name rather than editing it and changing it. Now it's going to ask other questions. It's going to ask me for my email address, and I can go ahead and type in my email address so the employer can remain in touch with me via email going forward. It'll then ask me for my contact telephone number, and I can enter that in here as well. And then it's going to ask for my country of residence. Obviously, it wants to know where I reside as far as matching me to the correct jobs. So it's going to go through some compliance questions, which we get because our job requisition that I chose is in the US. So this is a country-specific question. It'll ask me if I'm a citizen of the country in which I'm applying, which in this case is the US. And in this case, I'm going to say no. And it'll ask me if there's any issues with disabilities, but I don't want to disclose that information. It'll ask also if I have a visa, to which I say yes. And now we get to a few questions that are specific to the job. So if you're familiar with SuccessFactors Recruiting, you know that each requisition can have job-specific pre-screening questions. So geographically distributed teams, something that I've done often over the last 20 years, they seem to be happy with my answer of yes, but they still want to know my experience level, which is 10 plus years. And then they're going to ask me a next question about the percentage I'm willing to travel. So I say somewhere between 50 and 75%. So now I've been through all the questions, and there were quite a few actually, but it was fairly quick. The bot now asks me to review whether the data that I have provided is okay. So if I had a typo in my name or if one of the answers was wrong, I could still edit that, but I don't want to keep you any longer, so I'll basically will just confirm and send the application off right now. And the bot has now received the message and is now processing the application and sending it on to SuccessFactors. You'll then receive a thank you message and some information about next steps. And you are also asked to share the job on Facebook, which is obviously a quick way for you to have the candidate with just one click and sending the link to your career site on to their friends. But at this point, I'm done, and I don't want to share this job because I don't want any of my friends to apply and compete for the same role, so I'm finished with my online application. Now, all that remains to be done for our demo here is proving that the application actually ended up in the SuccessFactors recruiting system. So I'm already logged in to SuccessFactors as a recruiter. In this case, this Tessa Walker, and I already have a list of requisitions here. So I now need to find the requisition that I just applied to in this demo. So let me go through the locations, and we will search for one that was in San Francisco, and I'll just scroll down until I find the project manager role, which seems to be quite popular. You can see there are 34 applications and 10 of them are new, so we hope that my application is now one of them. So it should be in the new applications box, and we will check that out, and here we go. As you can see, my candidate name, phone number, and today's date are there. I could also go into the candidate profile and look at the resume and so on, but we're not going to do that right now. This was just meant to prove to you that what we've been doing is working as a candidate on Facebook Messenger and having it linked directly back to SuccessFactors. As a candidate, I haven't seen SuccessFactors or a career portal, and the application is still in here. So now you can take it forward and go back to the candidate via email or directly, or put them into your candidate workflow. If you're interested in learning more about chatbot integration with SAP SuccessFactors, here are some things you can do. Obviously, first is get in touch with us here at iXerv. Our contact details are coming up on the next slide. Then you can discuss your objectives with our experts here at iXerv and with the chatbot builders from JobPal. We can implement a pilot to get one foot into the next generation recruiting and gain some insights from your first users. Then you can improve and enhance your solution as needed. And finally, of course, you can beat your competition in reaching out to the best young talent out there. If you don't have SAP SuccessFactors in place yet, that's not a problem. iXerv can certainly help you with that. We have lots of experience in implementing recruiting and other modules across the SAP SuccessFactors suite. So this is how you can reach out to us to learn more about chatbot integration with SuccessFactors Recruiting. Thanks for joining us for this iXerv Cloudcast, for listening and for watching the video. We hope you will be in touch with us soon to learn more.